Bees Nation, what's good? We are back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us on the Bulls Post after a big Bulls dub. That's what I like to see.
Gang.
That's what I like to see. Big Bulls dub, man. Bulls get the job done, come away with the win versus Atlanta. Came down to a DeMar DeRozan game. We call that game winner, just clutch, right? Just clutch on that.
Clutch
Shot to finish out the game with what? 10 seconds to go? 10 seconds, something like that. Gets to the free throw. Not even. What was that? About 5 seconds to go.
15 seconds left when he hit the shot. Got the and one.
Gets to the free throw line, and the Bulls come away with a 112-108 dub. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the page. We do this every single game. Comcast willing. Hey, shout out to my man. Shout out to my mans, man. Appreciate you for tuning in and rocking with us, man. He was down there. We was watching Kenny Beecham down in do the podcast live down in Cleveland, man. Shout out to my guy for tuning in and showing some love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. We do this every single doggone game. And the Bulls come away with a dub. Hey, listen, I say this, y'all. DeMar DeRozan keeps making a case for why he should be MVP. I know the numbers might not say it. I know there's a lot of things that could put other people above him. Hey, but DeMar DeRozan absolutely keeps making a case for why he should be MVP.
When's the last time that you thought you hear someone in a Bulls jersey sit there and break Wilt records?
Never.
That's what's happening right now.
Hey, the 90s.
We were in Pampers.
You know what?
Yeah, so guess what? We're gonna run down a full box score, then we're gonna immediately get it to y'all because that's what y'all came in for, man. Getting the input from those who rock with us, rock with the show, show your love, support the team. Obviously, leading the way, DeMar DeRozan, 37 points on 15 of 21 shooting, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 5 of 7 from the free throws. Giving us the rest of it: 1 steal, 3 assists, six rebounds, and kept his turnovers down. Only 2 turnovers. I said this on the live. This game comes down to the supporting cast of those who lead the way. The supporting cast for us looks just like this: Vooch, 12 points, 10 rebounds, got his double-double, 35 consecutive double-doubles, filled it in on some other stat lines, was being present.
That was me. My bad.
Was being present, was definitely rocking and rolling. Him and Clint Capella had a little thing going back and forth for a good minute. Zach LaVine coming in with 20 points, though. Not the best shooting night, 7 of 17, 2 of 8 from 3, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 turnover. But Ayo pouring in with 12 points. Let's skip down to the person we really wanted to talk about. Tristan Thompson. 13 minutes, 11 points, 6 boards, 1 steal, 1 assist. Let me read that again. 13 minutes, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Guess what? We have the center that we needed. We have
now. Is Tristan more of a center, or would you rather see him at the 4?
I play him as a power forward, but he's listed as a center. I'm gonna rock with what they got him as. He's always been a power forward to me because I believe
that's what I. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, kind of and not really, because it's like Kevin Love was also a power forward, so like he's kind of the center on that team. But
didn't they have Timothy Mozgov playing center for the Cavs when it was him on the Cavs?
Did Mozgov win a ring with that Cavs team?
Mozgov was cold too.
No, it was Love that whole time, right?
Yeah, it was Love that
won the ring. The whole time.
Mozgov was there.
Mozgov was there.
I remember him. He was there for that first championship run that Kevin Love got hurt, I believe. I could be wrong. You know, I got to go, obviously. But anyway, we're obviously bringing it up because Tristan was on those Cavs teams, just seeing how they was playing him, how he was played. My biggest thing is he gave me 6 boards and 11 points in 13 minutes.
Absolutely.
How many
Absolutely.
times have we played some of the others on our team and they play 30 minutes and not even sniff 6 boards, let alone 11,
I told
right?
hey, listen, we said it's what he does.
It's for some odd reason he's come to life. He absolutely fits. He fits to me.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but hey, listen, he getting busy to me. This is Bull's debut, 13 minutes, man. Hey, I like it. It was a great
And
pickup.
here's the thing
Akman did his thing.
for everybody screaming, "Why wouldn't Billy play him more? Why wouldn't Billy listen, you gotta work a guy into a system. You can't just throw Muggs into a system and be like, "Yeah, he can do that." You know
I
what I'm
gotta
saying?
admit, I'm
You gotta
on the
work
train
that.
of playing him more though. I
You
mean,
said
it's
what?
40 minutes in the game. He could at least play 19. Them extra
Well,
6 minutes could have helped.
I think that he was really trying to like use this game to get the team back moving in the right direction, right?
Mhm,
Because the All-Star break, there's that lag where it does sometimes take a couple of games for you to kind of get back into your rhythm of things.
mhm.
I think Billy was like, "Nah, we ain't got time for that. That we ain't got time for that. Do everything you can to get your rhythm back tonight, and we're gonna do this thing."
Now we got Billy at the podium. You trying to play that?
Let me get over here to the tweeter. We can get Billy Donovan up here at the podium, man. Let me.
While you do that real quick. Good thing and shout out, I actually put it up there. Good stuff, Dan. Great job for AK. Hey, listen, I was on the fence. I was definitely a listen, Pat. No, I was like, hey, AK, all my big men are going, baby. Like, what are we doing? I
Hey,
was sitting there pressed, dog. I was
you
pressed.
you just
Made
wanted
a
to get
play
rid
on
of Kobe
comeback.
White in a second.
And then when we scored on that play, I think that may have been the play that, well, maybe the next play DeMar got a 3-point play, but we scored on it, cut it to 1. DeMar's got the ball, and I'm just looking at the floor, and the floor is spaced correctly. And obviously, I trust him in those situations. I think one of the things that ends up happening, it's kind of a catch-22. There's times, you look back at film and you wish you would have called a timeout. And there's other times you sit there and say, I wish you would have let the guys play through it. I just felt like they were trapping him. And with the way the floor was spaced, he was kind of in a good area where he could get to where he wanted to get to. And I thought we were organized well enough that if they did come and trap him, he could get the ball to the next guy. So, it all really, really depends, on what the situation is. Because if we would have really got bogged down in the backcourt, maybe I would have called one, because once he scored, I think there was 15 seconds to go. But with him with the ball, and the fact that there was a stoppage of play, those 2 possessions, I felt like we were fairly organized on both of them.
You mentioned guys maybe shaking off rust after the break, but tomorrow 15-21, 37 points, he gets over 35 again. Are you beyond even surprised at this point when he puts together performances like this?
I mean, he's spectacular. I didn't, and again, I'm anxious to watch the film. I think I mentioned this before the game. I think when you have guys coming back, it's always a little bit different when guys go out. But when guys start coming back, like Zach's been in and out quite a bit, and we've got to really work hard to fight for a rhythm offensively. I thought there was some times where, we got kind of bogged down, and they're almost having to relearn playing with each other again, so to speak. We got a little bit, I thought, out of sorts there, maybe in the middle of the third quarter. I thought DeMar kind of came back in with that second unit and did some really good things. They were trapping him, and I think he fouled in the open man and made good decisions. And, we generated some pretty good looks. But he's just got incredible composure and poise. And you feel like when you get him to good spots on the floor with really good spacing, he's going to make the best play, and it actually, I thought it helped Kobe. He kind of got on a little bit of a run, considering he started off a little bit slow. I think it was maybe 1 for 5. But, he got off to a good start, because I think a lot of it was they were, trapping DeMar. The ball got sprayed out. And the one thing I've always said about Zach and DeMar and Vooch, I thought Vooch could have had maybe some more shots in the middle of the floor that he was looking to pass it. Is all those guys are really unselfish. They're really good team guys, and they trust their teammates, and they'll move the ball. But I think when DeMar gets to his spots and feels like he's in rhythm, he's going to take those shots. But, what he's done, however many games it's been now, and really just the whole year, he's just been remarkable. I mean, he's been incredible. I just been, his poise and his calmness in situations is really, really amazing.
Sorry.
Fam, I was about to ask Kid if his camera froze. You've been like this for a long time, my G.
I'm just listening. I'm checking out the fantasy teams, man. Hey, I'm doing what I'm doing, eh?
Yeah,
I could turn my
thought
camera off
Iowa
next
worked really
time. What you
hard,
want
but
me
I
to do?
also thought that in
This is
a lot of
sounding like
situations
Minute.
there was a lot of opportunity that he was able to grow from, and he kind of made and course corrected during the game because he got rejected a lot, in pick and roll. There was times he didn't have really good control of the ball. But like as the game wore on, the more he figured it out, the better and better I thought he got as the game went on. I thought to start the game he did a really, really good job. But there was a couple of times where he kind of tried to beat Trey to the screen, and Trey kind of turned it down. And we had talked about it during some timeouts and at halftime. But like he's always a guy that like when he knows he's made a mistake, like he really, I think, takes that inventory, and you can expect that he's going to really do better the next time. But yeah, I mean, I think the experience that Io's gotten with Lonzo and Alex being out is going to help our team. I've always said this, it's not necessarily what's happened to us as it relates to some of the injuries and COVID and those kind of things. It's almost like what's happened for us, and what's happened for us is we've kind of been able to develop another really, really good player and defender in Io that gives us a perimeter guy defensively. So that's been a really, really good part of all this. I thought physically he looked fine. I just think that when you miss 3 games like he did, when you have a week with the All-Star break, you have 1 day of practice, he's going to have to find his way. I don't worry about him offensively. To me, it's more about how we're playing. And really for an extended period of time as it relates to Alex and Lonzo and even Zach, if you look back, we've have had to play without them. And I think if you look at the minutes that Io's carried, DeMar's carried, Vooch has carried in the absence of those guys, it's been a lot. Now here he comes back, and it's almost like everybody's trying to figure out, how we all fit in together, roles, those kind of things, because you have to learn how to play without those guys. So, I mean, I thought physically he looked fine. He'll gain a rhythm the more he plays, the more he's out there. And I think this can be a really, really good game for us, moving forward. Looking at, it was times I thought we were really slow on offense and got bogged down. And there was some times I thought we had some really great possessions, and how can we become a little bit more consistent, as guys start to come back in.
Beyond his numbers, it was really apparent how much talking Tristan Thompson did at the defensive end. Like, you could just see how vocal he is. Did you sense that, and what kind of impact did you think he had on the game tonight?
Oh, I thought he was great tonight. He was really, really good. I think he was great on the bench. I think that when you've been around the amount of winning he's been around and part of championship teams, you gather a pretty good understanding, of the things that go into winning. And I think DeMar's really got that too. And I think having even Alex Caruso's got that. Like, there's a part of like guys are searching to win or want to win, and once they get there, they kind of understand what goes into it. And Tristan's, I think, voice, on the bench, his voice on the court was really, really impactful. And the way he played, because we had a stretch there. I think the second and third quarters, those were 30-point quarters for us defensively. And the third quarter was a tough one, but he was in the huddle and talking about being more physical and those kind of things. And, I think that that's really, really good. And I thought when he did get in there and subbed in for Vooch at the end of the third, he really had a presence out there. We kind of gained a little bit of control of the game. And he gave us really good minutes, considering he's only had 1 day of really practice and, was learning how to play with everybody. I give our guys a lot of credit. We hung in there, we competed. It wasn't an easy game for us offensively. I thought, like I said, there was moments that we got stagnant, bogged down, and there was no flow and rhythm. Defensively, I thought the way we started the game was really, really good, really good. I do think that we've got to we can't let when we're struggling maybe a little bit offensively to bleed into our defense. And I thought there was a period of time there in that third quarter where we were giving up way too much to the basket. And we've got to have a little bit more of a presence at the basket, than we did. I thought the fourth quarter was much better defensively. We did a good job of kind of, buckling down. And, again, we're not going to be perfect. You're looking for more consistency more than anything else. I thought there was moments we were really good defensively, and I thought there was moments we weren't so good. And again, this is a really good offensive team. I don't know how Nate feels having a week off, coming back after the All-Star break. They're starting to get whole. They've been elite offensively all year long. They're a hard team to guard. Both teams didn't shoot it great from three tonight. I thought there was some looks that we had that I felt were good looks that we could make that we didn't. And I think they probably felt the same way as well. So for us playing against them as good as they are offensively, I do think that probably having a week off both teams is a rhythm everybody's trying to get back to. But I do think that looking at the tape of what we did defensively and how we guarded certain things in terms of what Casey was talking about, Trae Young, Bogdanovich, Gallinari's post-ups, there's a lot of things I think that we can clean up and get better from playing against this team because they have a lot of answers at a lot of positions offensively. Never mind Lou Williams is coming off the bench. The guys that have come off the bench, Bogdanovich, those guys are hard to guard. Okay.
The Bulls breaking down what he saw in that Atlanta game there. It's not much. It's not much you can say. You know what I'm saying? It's not much you can say. What? I can't hear you. Your mic must be off. You turned your mic off? Come on.
That's what we are right there.
Hey, dog, what are you doing with the hand, dog? The whole press conference right here.
I'm just chilling.
You look stressed. You look. Hey, look.
Nah, man.
You look like you played the over/under in the goal, or you look like you played the under in the Golden State game because the money was gonna come in, right? But now you like, oh wait, this is Golden State though. They can put up 150.
Nah, I gotta make a late push in this little league for the playoffs.
But no, I think that it's pretty much. What did we expect Billy to say, right? It was a game that the Bulls should have got. It was a game that should have been par for the course. It was a game that you expected them to get, and they got it. It took a little bit more. He did a good job of explaining what they needed to do defensively and where he thought they lacked. But that's been something that we talked about all season. It's not new. And I like what he said about Tristan. It's just about trying to get him worked in. Thought that his conditioning looked well. Thought that he looked ready to be on the floor, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the first game. He's going to be out there. He's going to be playing. You also don't want to run Tristan Thompson into the ground before the playoffs get here. You know what I'm saying? So let's go out to these phone lines, man. The phone lines are jumping. 5 callers on the phone lines already. Now, this is the thing. If you can't get through, for some reason, the phone line's over here set for 5 callers. After 5 callers, it basically tells you the line is busy. Call back in after we start taking some calls, and you'll get through. Let's go out to the 404. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's going on?
What's going on with you, my
What's
guy?
up with you, brother? What's happening?
Y'all got it. So down here in Jacksonville, waiting on the load.
Hey, now.
Taking a little walk with the dog.
Hey, now.
Yeah,
My man.
You know how we do. Yeah. So I got 2 things that really stood out to me tonight that are really encouraging. One, Ayo's point of attack defense on Trae Young, he played him even. And if Ayo, through this stretch, if he can play a Trae Young even, which allows DeMar and Zach and Boosh and whoever's the scorers to do what they need to do on the other end to offset whatever the other team is doing, that was huge tonight because he played them even. That was really huge. And going forward, when we get Alex and we get Lonzo back, like Billy said, that's going to be a huge addition to the bench. Tristan Thompson, exactly what I thought he was going to be. That's why I've been hollering for him for the last couple of months, right? He's the perfect backup for what we need for Vooch, right? He'll probably get a few more minutes, but he does exactly what we need him to do coming off the bench. That's why I don't necessarily need him to be a starter, because he does exactly what nobody else on our bench, nobody, can do. And I need him in that role. He's used to winning. He's used to communicating. When you get Alex back, that bench unit defense, I expect that to go through the roof when you get all the pieces back.
Yeah.
So to me, this is a good professional win. But Ayo, to me, he was the player of the game because you played Trae Young even. And if you can do that and keep that up right there, then the sky's the limit for this team going forward for this year. But I just keep it rolling. I don't feel bad about Zach. I think he just got to get back into a rhythm.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's nothing outlandish or anything like that. When you're taking off that many games and you're off a week, you got to get the rhythm back. DeMar out of his mind as usual. I just like where the team is going, and knowing that we're getting guys back to add to the team.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see what it can do.
Hey, so I'm with you, man.
I'm perfectly fine with what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. And appreciate the call as always, man. Stay safe out there. All right, man. Have a safe drive.
Appreciate you, my man.
Good.
Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Heading out to the 7-7-3. He said, do I even need to say my name at this point? Because them Bulls always in your front, y'all. Let's go out to Shay. Shay, what's going on, my guy?
What you got? What you got on my game winner, homie?
Hey.
What you got on my game winner, homie?
I ain't got it right now.
I like it. I like it.
P Kids money. I want to see P Kids money.
I'm broke, baby.
All jokes aside, to answer your question, yeah, Tristan Thompson did play the power forward spot, but you saw how they got exposed in the finals, because basically Moscow was made to, because if you think about it, Kevin Love had went down, and when they went to that small ball lineup, Draymond Green kind of got the best of Timofey Moscow. That's why they ended up played the main factor of them losing.
Right.
Hey, but let's talk about Ayo DeSumo tonight. Is it me? And I hate to say this because I know y'all hate cussing on y'all show, but Trae Young is officially Ayo DeSumo's bitch after tonight.
Jesus. Okay. All right. One game.
No. This is like the third game.
I will say it's been a few games. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a few games. I give you that.
That he's made Trae Young. That he's basically Ayo DeSumo is the pimp and Trae Young is the hoe. Where's money at? but all jokes aside, AK needs to win Executive of the Year, and to be honest, we didn't make no trades, but we won the buyout market. Man.
He might be in the running for that. I think. You think he might be in the running for Executive of the Year? I can see him winning that. Absolutely got the job done in the offseason. Absolutely got the. I mean, we won game in. We don't know just yet, but I think if Tristan Thompson works out, he might be the pickup of the buyout market.
Yeah, and another thing, the way I see it, I believe that DeMar DeRozan should win MVP, and I know a lot of people talking about Nikola Vucevic had a bad game scoring wise, but that defense, man. I'm sorry, Are you aware that him and Giannis are like the only players above 6'10" who are averaging in the last 6 or 7 games 1.4 steals a game? Him and Giannis.
That's a fact I didn't know.
That's freaky thinking about Vooch defense, man. But you know what? It's not surprising because it's like kids said during the game. When Vooch locks in defensively, he gets the job done. He's not going to give you that for 48 minutes, though. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the call as always, Shay. Stay safe out there, all right, my guy?
My man.
Peace.
Hey,
Peace,
to
my
his
bro.
point, real quick, Trae Young
Go ahead with it.
absolutely shot horrendous today. 3 of 17, 0
Oh,
for
shot
5
horrible.
for 3. So
Yeah, shot horribly for sure.
shot horribly, and a lot of that had to do with the defensive schemes. He had some moments. He's had some moments. Don't get him wrong. Still put up a double-double, 14 points, 10 assists. He had some absolute dimes out there, but he was put to work. He was put to task, and if that was Ayo's doing, then good for him. He was absolutely getting knocked down in that regard. But the man that was really cooking today was Gallinari, and here's why I mentioned that real quick. I don't believe Gallinari would have got them shots over Tristan. Because Gallinari went to work on DeMar. Size advantage there. He's going to get that shot. He had Zach a couple times. He's going to get that shot over him.
Gallo
I
got
don't think he
such a
gets that shot.
weird. Gallo got such a weird fade though. Like I'm every time Gallo fades away, I'm more impressed that he can get his feet back under him than anything. Like it's a deep fade.
He took Dirk's fade away to a different level.
Kind of, but like without the one leg. Like Dirk, at least with the one leg, like the one leg is up because after he makes the shot, that's the leg that comes down and he lands on.
Yeah.
Like Gallo just be like, we in this. Let's keep it going to the phone lines, man. We got Marv down in Dallas calling about the game. Marv, what's going on?
What's good, Marv?
What's going on, Pat? Big kid.
How you feeling, my guy? How you feeling after this dub?
Feeling good, baby. You know that. You know that. One game at a time. You know how we say it, Pat. You know that.
Hey, that's all. That's
But
all I say.
I did want. That's right, man. I did want to say, Pat, you said 20-3. You working on one. How about that?
Hey, one. I got 19 more to go.
That's right. And hey, you know I'm happy. I'm with you. I want you to prove me wrong. 20-3 would be sweet.
23 would be wild.
Just a couple of things. You know, Cleveland and Brooklyn lost tonight.
Yep.
And tell me if the Bulls ain't just easing up to be something special, brothers. If you notice these last couple of games, man, they getting stronger and stronger down the stretch.
Oh yeah. And you know what it is, and let's be real, right? What we saw tonight reminded me more of and not to compare them, but it's the one time that we heard it mentioned in that sense. When Jordan was talking about how they would play with their food.
Yeah.
He basically he was basically just like, hey, like it's there's points in the game where you beating a team so easily that you'll just like take your foot off the gas to see if they can come back, and then when they do, you close it out. And you saw the Bulls quickly, like they got up 1 and then the Bulls went up 7. Like,
yep. I mean, it's almost like that. I'm serious. It's like it's not they in neutral. They done brought it down the drive, but they can tell the stretch drive is coming.
Yeah.
But when you got a DeMar DeRozan on your team, man, that's special, fellas. That's special, y'all. That dude, man. Did you know this, man? You know this guy is 6'6", 220. That's one of the reasons why he get his shot. At the peak of his jump shot, he is damn near unstoppable because he's strong as hell, man. Zach is 6'5", 200. DeMar is 6'6", 220.
that is crazy.
And man, think about that guy.
That is crazy.
Think about that guy.
Think about it.
I mean,
I wonder if it's more muscle.
You know what that
gotta be.
I don't know if y'all noticed. It seemed like he ain't never tired. And if you look back in his career, he very seldom misses games, man. He don't miss games. This dude in great shape. He hardly ever. If you see him, you very seldom see him winded. And then Billy. Now, truth enough, I want to say this about Billy. I was kind of upset. I was with P. Kid on this one. He should have. We all feel like Tristan could have played a little longer. But if I hadn't looked at all the stats on our rebounding tonight, we didn't get. I tell you one thing he did do. Y'all remember the first half? We was getting killed on that pick and roll lob, right?
Yep.
Second half, they only had 2 of them.
halftime adjustments. Billy finally did it. He did it this time. And did y'all notice also in the third quarter when DeMar was on the bench, they went on and let Zach try to get off. Now Zach got to learn how to play it through the offense. He hold that damn ball a little bit. We had a couple of turnovers when they was trying to get him going. He dribbling the ball a lot, man, and you can tell the difference. DeMar is a better closer. Do you think that, Pat? DeMar is a better closer.
I mean, DeMar's closing out games for us, so I can't say he's not. Zach right now is the second option in that situation.
Well, and not only that though, but you can tell sometimes when it's late in the shot clock, Zach is basically shooting jumpers, threes, or either something fading away. DeMar is always around that damn right around the free throw line. If he don't get the shot, it's usually a foul. I mean, if you just study him, man, if you just watch DeMar, man, and just watch him on the court, it's like in the first quarter he kind of went all out. He scored a lot.
Yeah.
Second quarter, guys, he was coasting, man. You could see him. He's just coasting. Middle of the third, he coasting. 4 minutes to go in the damn game, look out. Here he comes. You know what? I don't know if you've seen it in the chat, but when they called that timeout, it was 4 minutes to go. I typed in, it's DeRozan time. I think he hit the next 3 buckets for us, man. The dude is something special, man. I'm telling you, man. Now, I hope y'all knew this too now. Now, the reason why we getting all this flack about why we ain't so good, guys, is this. DeMar only averaged 21 points a game in the playoffs, guys. You knew that, right, Pat?
Yeah, no.
His whole career.
That's that Toronto team. Hey, look, that's that Toronto team.
I was just gonna say that, Pat.
That's that Toronto team.
I got in a chat. I was in a chat with these guys in another chat, and they was talking about that, talking about how far we gonna get, and talking about if can DeMar win a game for us, and they were talking about. I said, man, listen, the teams he were on in Toronto are nothing like this one.
Yeah.
Vooch had a bad game tonight. He had a bad shooting game, and we still won. But DeMar can get. It seems like DeMar can get 35 every game now, guys. I'm telling you. Listen, if I was a coach, I hate.
Hey, Marv, real quick, we got Tristan Thompson at the podium, right quick. Let's see if we can time that in real quick. I appreciate you calling in,
Mar. Appreciate you calling in. Stay safe out there, my boy. Let me see if I can get Tristan on here real quick.
Sorry to cut you off, Marv. I was trying to sit there. I realized I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, oh, he's at the podium. I was supposed to let Pat know when he got there.
Nobody told me nothing. That's all good. It is, here you go, right here. Bow, Tristan. First press conference as a Chicago Bull in the building.
Proud tonight.
Yeah, no, it felt good to be out there. Like I said, Chicago and their fans, it's a sports town. It's a sports town, and when your team is
you was cussing mugs out so bad
at a high level like this team is, the season will come out and they're going to be at high energy. The energy tonight, felt like some postseason energy. So felt good. It felt good to be out there, and it felt good to be on the other side. But I do enjoy sometimes being the road team, playing in great crowds. But tonight being on, the home side, it felt good to be out there.
His voice don't match his
at all. I'm looking
at all the way I thought he sounded.
Yeah, part of my niche and what's helped me be part of some really good teams and some great teams is my energy night in, night out, and something that the team can rely on night in, night out. So for me, it's just make energy plays to get other guys going, get our team going, get the juices flowing.
Word.
So whether it's a dunk or a big offensive rebound, what they call loose ball foul, or a block shot, whatever it may be, whatever can get our team going and get us riled up to go on that on a run.
I'm sorry, if he yelled at me, I would not take him serious.
All about winning.
That as much of an impact as you made.
We're out here.
Doing just as much in huddles on the bench, keeping guys engaged. What's your mentality in that respect when you're joining? Kind of coming to the first game to that type of leadership role.
Is he? Yeah, he is Canadian, ain't he?
I think for me, everyone that's been around me,
yeah,
kind of shooting.
We gotta stop that. I know some people from Canada that are terrified. What are we talking about?
No, but like I can hear the accent.
11 years, my heart's always.
I can hear the accent. Like that's why he talk like that.
Donovan said, if I notice something, especially on the bench, we're able to see things that the guys that are playing might not be able to recognize or see. So, I'm gonna use my
for
voice to speak
sure.
up and say that, just to help the guys. We got a lot of guys that are young or haven't been in these
Shout out
kind
to
of
Cornelius, appreciate it, and all
situations.
those
To be able
who
to
supported the channel today
notice
in the
something
super
to
chats.
help
We
them,
thank you.
to just help our team get 1% better. I'm doing my job. So, I'm gonna be doing that all year. I'm a vocal guy. I think everyone knows that. So, I reckon
Cussed
the
out
team,
the
I'm
whole
gonna do it.
Kings team and the coaches.
What's his reaction like in the locker room after the game?
Players
Smooth
only leave.
criminal.
No, y'all come.
Smooth.
Very well spoken.
D-Roll, man, is one hell of a player, man. He's playing lights out right now. That basket is looking the size of Lake Michigan right now for him. So he's knocking him down. He only missed 6 shots tonight. I mean, if that's not efficient, then I don't know what is. But like I said in the interview yesterday, in my eyes, he's the MVP right now of our league, and he's playing at an MVP level. I think people need to give him his credit and give him his flowers, because what he's able to do with this team, and when things are getting stagnant and we need a big bucket and a big time shot, that's what big time players do. I've played with some big time players, and when it's money time, you give him the ball and he makes something happen, and that's what he's been doing night in, night out. But especially tonight, we were down, I think, 4 with like a minute, with under 2 minutes left, down 4, and the fact that we were able to, Javante getting the rebound, making those free throws, but then DeMar getting the and one. I mean, that's what the MVP of the league does. And then, if you ask me, he's our league MVP. And we're gonna do our best.
Man, he working to win over Bulls fans, ain't
that horse. He's rolling. Try to get him going. For me, I'm set good screens, make his job easier. So it's always a blessing to be watching greatness right now, especially with those percentages you shoot. I know you guys said something about, like, after the Kings game, it's something like he broke Wilt or tied Wilt or some stat that you guys have. There's a lot, so I can't keep up. But that's greatness right there. So we gotta appreciate that, and we gotta enjoy watching it.
I know Dennis Rodman's name came up yesterday. Is that a guy that you look at as any kind of a role model or?
I idolize Dennis Rodman. I idolize the Worm, man. He was the first person, I believe, in this league in NBA history to be a star in their role, and I remember saying that exact quote, saying be a star in your role when we were on those runs in Cleveland, making those championship runs. He was the definition of being a star in your role, and that was something that I wanted to, embody in myself and in my game. And just, I remember in the playoffs, I used to watch his clips for like 5 minutes before every playoff game. Just his activity, keeping the ball alive, just being relentless, kind of just to put that fire inside of me. So the fact that I'm able to put on a Chicago Bulls jersey and just go out there and try to make Dennis proud. That's all I'm trying to do. He's a Hall of Famer, a guy I look up to, the way he plays. Everything he does in life I look up to. But no, he's great. So it's an honor. It's an honor. They need to retire that 91. It's 91, right? They need to retire it. Come on now. Let's get to it.
Any time around him?
No, I got the IG follow, so that's dope. I always buy his merch, support him. His vintage shirts are pretty cool. He's got a collab coming out with V-Lone. See, quick plug. So big fan.
Was he supposed to say that?
Rodman. The Dennis Rodman.
About what?
The collab? Like, was that public information?
Yeah, it's on his IG.
Whose IG again?
Rodman's.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, this whole season. I mean, coming in, I would assume minutes for him were probably kind of just figured out with the rotations, but with guys going down with COVID and getting opportunity, that's what it's about, man. When you get that opportunity to come out there and make a name for yourself, and he did that. Local kid. It's just fun to watch. Him being a rising star and how great he was defensively with Trae Young. Trae Young's a tough matchup. He does a great job drawing fouls with the sweep throughs. Getting you on his back and jumping into you. So the fact that he was able to make it tough for him in the fourth quarter, and then when it was money time, he was able to get some stops. And he also made some big shots. I think those 2 threes in the corner in the third quarter or early fourth were huge for us. We were getting very stagnant. So, starting point guard for Chicago Bulls. We do 2 years of college? 3? It's not bad. It's pretty good. So, however I can help him in his game, set good screens for him, make his job easier, be in his ear. However, I've played with some very good point guards. So, however I can pay it forward, that's my job here. And I think that's what veterans across the league are doing and need to continue to do that, especially when you've been in situations with great players. When the young guys coming up, you gotta pay it forward. That's how you grow this league, and that's how you keep basketball or this NBA game at a high level.
Awesome.
Yep.
Shout out Tristan Thompson, man. Appreciate him for pulling up to the podium and talking. I said it like he was coming on the show. Kind of did. He's got on the show. We had Tristan on the show. I mean, would you hear from him? What'd you hear that you like from him in his first press conference as a boy? He says retire Dennis Rodman's jersey, which is actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now that I think about it, yeah, retire Dennis Rodman's jersey. What are y'all doing? I guess then you got to retire Pips too, right? We retiring Pips jersey?
Retire Pips.
Okay, all right. Well, it's got to be like a night. You know what I'm saying? You got to have everybody in the room. Pip and dissed a lot of people.
Oh God, you know what should happen? Win championship or not, they should invite them back, retire their jerseys, have MJ come give a little speech. That's all. I mean, what? No, because then it's gonna be an MJ night. No, don't have MJ come.
MJ gonna be at the podium and be like, I just want you to know right now, Scotty, we can play 1-on-1 and you gonna get this work.
Oh God, him and Scotty got bad blood right now. He probably come and make it all about him. He probably show up with Larsa, whatever her name is. He probably show up with Larsa, be like, "Hey Pip, beat you again." Oh snap!
Real talk though, real talk. Right now, Jordan versus Pippen. I absolutely think they both would play because of their disdain for each other, or for Pip because of Pip disdain for.
I absolutely think Pippen right now could get the best of Jordan.
You think Pip could get the best of Jordan right now?
Right now, yeah, I think
Jordan still play every day though. Like Muggs don't think about that. Like Iman Shumpert was talking about that. He was like, Jordan's still like at practice every day, like always playing. He still dunks.
I just have a feeling.
Can you imagine you turn around and 59-year-old Michael Jordan two-hand you?
I catch. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I catch Michael Jordan right now in some shorts and some shoes. We going at it. So, I'm going to get my moment to say I scored on Mike. I don't care how old he was. I'm gonna get my moment to say I scored on Mike. But he was 60. He was on the court.
That can go one.
On God, if he's on the court, he getting his bucket.
Hey, that can go one of two ways for you. You drive real hard, right? And you think you got that mug, and then you just see Mike come through and pin that mug off the glass. Hey. You gotta take your shoes off.
you gotta recognize I don't have anything to lose in this little situation. If he beat me, no matter how old he is, I could say it's Mike. If I win, no matter how old he is, I could say it's Mike. He can't do anything about it, dog. Now Pip, I'm gonna tell you why Pip is gonna win. Because Pip has to back up all that trash talk. He said Mike might actually let him win just so he can save face. I'm letting y'all know right now. Pip has to do a whole. Pip is probably gonna trip that man.
You don't know Michael Jordan if you think Mike gonna let him do anything. Mike gonna be Pip by 15 in a game to 20.
Hey man, we gotta wrap
they gonna
this
be
up.
Playing
Man.
90s rules too.
we gotta wrap this up because we gotta be on here in the morning, man.
Oh yeah, man. We got the morning show in the morning, so we're gonna cut it a little bit short tonight. By the way, the show moving to 11 to 1 next week. We're excited about that. We also want to let y'all know 157 in the chat. in the building. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. We're giving away an Ayo Dosunmu jersey at 13,000 subscribers. So share up the post-game show. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your IGs. Tag us in it. At Pat the Designer. Tag us in it. At 1P Kid. And, of course, tag the Windy City Breeze Twitter in that mug, man. We appreciate y'all for showing love on that. What I put Vern's question up there and then didn't answer it. I hate doing that. Do you think this roster is set as is, or do we make a move because teams allowed to make additions to teams who are playoff eligible?
I'm good. I just want us to get healthy at this point.
Hey, listen, I'll say this. Let's see more than a game. You know what I'm saying? Let's see more than a game. We're excited right now. Tristan came in, gave you great contribution game one. Let's see if he can do this for the rest of the season and into the playoffs.
Hey,
he's got the
experience.
experience.
He's trying to get boards and he's trying to score. That's all I need to see, baby.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, we got Memphis in the next game. What's your prediction before we get up out of here, kid?
Ooh, Memphis is rolling.
How's Ja? I didn't even see what happened.
Ja finished the game.
Watch the game actually, but
Ja finished the game. I got it as a Bulls win. I got it as a Bulls win. But barely. Like, that's the game I'll be like, we might drop it because
that's the game that this was supposed to be.
Yeah. But you know what? Again, this to me, I'm gonna say this once, and I ain't gonna keep saying it no more. We're gonna make the playoffs. It's about getting our team in order and seeing how people gel and stuff like that. Ain't no way in the world we gonna drop all the way to a play-in game. I mean, a lot of other people got to get hurt at this point for that to happen. So, and if that happens, well, guess what? God dang it, we shouldn't have made it anyway. So that's just how I feel on that one. So at this point, man, listen, I appreciate y'all rocking. What you got for it?
I got a Bulls dub as well. Listen, I picked the Bulls to win 20 games. I think for the rest of this time, I'm gonna have a lot of Bulls dubs here. But I got a Bulls dub as well in this against Memphis. I think the Bulls do a pretty good job coming away with it. And I think that Ayo on a second wind plays Ja Morant a little bit better. I don't agree with that.
This right here. This right here. This right here, hey Shay, this right here, this take right here, homie. Nah.
Hey, we gonna see.
Stop. Peter Griffin. Stop it.
Hey, look, and then
stop it.
I will say this. Ayo Dosunmu, what did Trey end up shooting today?
He was 3 of 17.
Trae Young was.
Yeah.
Dog. Hey, listen.
Wait. Trae Young is shorter than us.
Trae Young about my height.
Trae Young is okay.
He about my height.
Guess what?
Because what do they list him at? They list him at like 6'2", right?
They list him. He ain't no 6'2".
Yeah, it's cap.
So they list him at that. But Ja Morant is way more aggressive than Trae Young. Gets to the cup a lot better than Trae Young.
Oh no, I'm basing.
Ayo's gonna get put on a. Hey, listen, I'm willing to do this. I predict the rookie gets put on a poster.
Nah, I don't think so. Because he played him well the first time they played him. He played him really well. Ja Morant didn't get it going till that third quarter.
Desmond's gonna catch him on a oop. Desmond's gonna have the ball. Gonna see Ayo try to cheat off. He gonna toss that bad boy up, and I see Ayo. Hey, clip this up if it happened.
Not with Vooch face being a ball magnet like that, because Vooch absolutely be taking some dunks to the dome out here.
Oh, so you said Vooch getting put on my poster?
I can see Vooch getting put on the poster.
Somebody getting dunked on. That don't mean that I believe we're gonna lose, but that does mean that I appreciate Ja Morant so much.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Vooch absolutely reminds me of when Pau Gasol used to get dunked on all the time on the Bulls and on the Lakers. Like, fam. Pau Gasol, Vooch is the 2010s Patrick Ewing. Not on a dominance level, but on the he's on a lot of posters.
Yep.
Hey, he's on a lot of posters. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up and rocking with us as always, man. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe to the page. We're giving away the Ayo Dosunmu jersey when we get to the 13K. We've also got a couple of other giveaways we're doing. Also, if you guys could, if you're FanDuel fans, if you like playing the fantasy side of things, support the FanDuel. I'm trying to right there. Bow. Support the FanDuel link that's in the description below, man. Check that out as well. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer, joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid. Y'all stay safe out there.